Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. Welcome to Blowhard Talk Hard this week with Julian and
Sabrina.
Sabrina, how are you, love?
I'm delightful. How are you?
Oh, that's nice. I'm happy. I'm okay. All good. No complaints. I believe this might be episode 27 we're taping.
All right.
Pretty good, eh?
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
I just have to say real quick, thank you so much for bringing me on. I love doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome. It's you bring a good another female dimension, but you're also
I'm the female.
Pat actually corrected me, and this time he's right. So.
Well, you know, if you shoot that many times, eventually one time you got to hit the goal.
That's true too. Exactly. One piece of you like my buddy goes. He's construction. Throw 20 pieces of shit against the wall. Eventually one piece of shit's gonna stick.
Exactly.
I go, I get it, but why shit?
Oh boy.
That's but again, it was pretty funny. But yeah.
Anyway, episode 27.
Yep. We've
are.
covered a lot of stuff, you know, sugar babies, strippers, a lot more to do. Like we're gonna start doing more interviews now that the COVID's lighting up. I'm pretty sure I've given you some highlights of our strategy.
I'm very into that.
Like some DOMs, the porn gentleman who was an actor, then he went behind the scenes camera, then he became a comedian about his porn career.
I love that.
Yeah, and he's very nice. He's a Toronto person. So we're gonna have that guy on soon. And a lot more. But you were telling me, not the sugar bees. Why are you laughing? I'm just trying to think of it. And I don't want to. I keep saying it wrong. Cuddle.com.
Yeah, cuddleup.com.
Cuddleup.com.
Yeah. They owe us money for this shout out.
Cuddle or cuddling?
Cuddleup.com.
Cuddleup.com. And listeners, seriously, I know like all those other sites out there, you know, this is what she told me is, I don't know if you heard it, but Sabrina just started telling us. What's this about?
So
I know what it's about. That's to interrupt you. Sorry.
Right.
Then I'll give it to you. Not give it to you, but give it to you.
Okay.
Give you the wording. We all know what it's going to lead, I think, but you'll fill in the scenarios, and then I'll just give you my zing-zang, or like the stupid comments I usually do. So,
perfect.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. I love a good floor.
Yes.
Stop.
Hardwood.
Oh boy. So I have a friend of mine that had read this newspaper article about being a professional cuddler, and she looked into it and found this cuddleup.com. And so she knew that I used to work the phones for the agency, and so she got in touch with me to kind of get my opinion on it. And so I helped guide her through what I thought would be the safest way for her to do it, because as it very obviously turned out, most of the people that are looking for a woman to cuddle are looking for a woman to cuddle their dick into.
Okay, time.
Go.
There's so many questions I have to that whole introduction, but obviously we're not going to sit here and go back and forth. But your friend seen a professional cuddler. What the fuck is that?
It is evidently a legitimate thing that exists where there are people that are just, maybe they live alone and they work a lot and they don't have any family and they don't have time to date.
I get this, but what is the professional cuddler? How do you classify? Because you hug well and you're professional?
You book a session with somebody similar to how you would book a session with an escort.
And what do you do during the session?
You cuddle, listen to music, watch TV, have a conversation, cuddle.
Are we naked?
Well, that gets deeper into the conversation.
Okay, continue then. Okay, so now we're at the point where your friend is interested in cuddling. She asked you for advice to weed out the certain, maybe to...
Well, she was just thinking, she's just saying, what do you think about this? What do you think is going to be the safest way to go about it?
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to fuck, though. That's right away. I think it's another type of escorting.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
So what we did
I'm very anxious when it comes to fucking, but go on.
I can see your fucking foot's tapping a mile a minute over here. Jesus. Oh, God. So anyway, What we ended up doing is we took some pictures of her where you can't actually see her face. So just in case, like, what, God forbid, your dad's friend, or your dad.
Anybody can see you, of
Anybody
course.
can see you,
Small
exactly.
world, I always say.
Exactly. So
What you wearing in the pictures?
Nothing like lingerie, nothing seductive, because she's like, I want to be a cuddler. I'm not doing anything other than cuddling people.
So she's wearing what, pajamas?
No, she was wearing she was just wearing like a sundress, and it was the back. It was like, you know,
Casual sexy,
back, yeah, very casual. Just something you would maybe wear on a date. But again, no cleavage, no nothing. It's all very.
No, she's a good girl. This girl.
She's a good girl, exactly. So
it's like a virgin.
Yeah, precisely. It's just a virgin that wants to cuddle for cash.
Yes.
So we get her these pictures. We come up with a fake name for her. We make her a fake email account with the fake name. We get her a texting app so that she can communicate with these people.
I taught you well. Go on, yes.
And then I taught her well. So she's got all of these safety measures in place. Nobody gets her real name. Nobody gets her real phone number. Nobody gets her real email. Nobody gets her real face.
Of course.
So as safe as can be.
Maybe the guy asked to see her face eventually.
Of course they do.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So we write her up a little bio, very sweet, very authentic to who she is. Like, I'm just a kind, compassionate person looking to make a little bit of extra money to help support the other adventures that I want to do in my life. You know, save up some money, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sign up for this, by the way. Go on.
And then she starts getting these messages, and a lot of them are looking for an escort. But the thing is they want to lie to themselves that
it's like the sugar baby. Yes, continue. Yes.
Well, they want to lie to themselves that, like, oh, I'm special. Like, this girl usually just cuddles people, but I'm special, or like, I've got enough money, or I'm whatever. So she's gonna.
That was the ticket. I got enough money. Yeah.
So I can finagle, I can wiggle, I can convince this girl that just cuddles. Oh, but like, so then she starts getting the messages. Well, do you do nude cuddling? Do you do partially nude cuddling?
Okay.
And then she starts getting more. Well, what about a hand job? So then all of a sudden she's getting these offers from guys that they're not looking for sex necessarily, but they're looking for
some sort of release.
They're looking for
like a massage party. Well, massage parties get blowjobs now, but anyways, yeah.
They want to do something in that vein.
Yeah.
And then a lot.
And is that okay with her?
No, she's not.
What was she wearing when they cuddle? Okay, what do girls wear when they cuddle? Every girl's different, obviously.
Every girl's different, but I mean, she would wear something that she would like work out in or sleep in.
Got it, yeah.
So I mean,
like track pants, shorts.
Give them like a little something cute with a yoga pants so your butt looks good, maybe. But
and how long do they cuddle for?
Depends on how long the guy wants to book an appointment.
Okay, how long do they book appointments for?
I think that
because I can only lie down beside you for like an hour.
I think that she would sometimes do an hour, sometimes do 2 hours.
Just holding each other.
Just fucking cuddling.
So what is the mindset there? To fuck, or is it? Do I really need to hold you? The people need.
Well, there were some guys that she saw that put no pressure on her whatsoever.
They just wanted to be in the company of a woman.
Just wanted to be in the company of a woman, and like, I don't know what their deal was, but maybe, like, I know one of them had ED. He was like an older guy. He had erectile dysfunction. We talked about this in an earlier episode.
Yeah.
But his whole thing was like, I guess he kind of could get off sometimes, but he just loved her so much because of like her personality.
Yes.
Like,
oh, that's a big thing. Yes.
He would take her out for dinner, and like one time she was like really going through some personal shit, and he just threw $1,000 at her. Gave her $1,000.
But that's the movie kind of stuff. Like, that's the what's it called? Pretty Woman or something. You know, the average dude is just there to get a cuddle and hopefully get sex. Right?
But I mean, this guy was a bit of a needle in the haystack for her.
That's right, exactly what I'm saying. Pretty Woman shit.
She's filtering through messages on messages and messages. And
did she meet any other guys like him?
Yes, but what she would do, again, at my suggestion, was she would message with these guys back and forth, maybe 10 messages, 20 messages back and forth, get to know each other a little bit, feel out the vibe, and if she would always say, I am a fully clothed platonic cuddler.
Yeah, she would get skipped with when I sign up later, I'm going to skip her immediately.
Well, duh. It's not what you're looking for.
Well, I'd figure, like you said, you start like that.
I think that she was.
I'm assuming the price range, and let's not talk money. Everybody can go look it up, cuddleup.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to message them now. We're giving them too much fucking feedback here.
Yeah, no shit. But all of the different girls on there have different prices, and they also have different.
Are they listed on the website? On the website, the prices?
No.
Oh, you got to ask.
I think you have to ask, but I think that some girls, like on their profile, would very outwardly use...
Nothing less than...
Well, they would use the terminology that we would use
codes,
in the industry, like HH is half hour, so for a half hour you get, X amount of dollars, whatever.
How much kisses you pay, whatever, yeah.
And if you are looking at their profile and they're in lingerie or their fucking tits are out or whatever...
I like that shit. I love that shit. That's the one I'm calling.
Exactly, but in that
that's double penetration, yeah.
In that case, she's making it very clear.
Understood.
I'm available
Extras.
for more than just extras are on the menu.
I like that.
So what she would do, my girlfriend, is she would kind of like negotiate it. She had a base price that she would negotiate with people, but would always say, and the weird thing is I think that she was like kind of open to maybe doing more with
How do you know she didn't?
Eventually.
Because she told you she didn't.
Because we're close friends.
Right.
There's a guy I'll tell you about later. So she was like, I'm maybe kind of sort of open to it if the money is right and I'm comfortable with you or whatever. Maybe down the line we can make that happen. But she would tell these guys that in order for us to meet up and in order for me to know if I'm comfortable and in order for things to proceed, I want to meet up with you face to face. That way I'm not ugly and I know you're not a creep and you're not giving me a serial killer vibe. We'll get a coffee, or we can not get a coffee. We can just go for a walk. We do something in public, but it's going to cost you $50.
Gotcha. That's like, what's my price?
Yeah.
That other website.
It's like what'syourprice.com. She did that too.
Yeah, you meet for the drink. You pay $100, whatever the deal is, and then if you hit it off, you make plans to go.
Yeah. Exactly.
To the room and do anal only.
Yeah, just a little light anal.
Yeah. Just,
right.
Is there some? Yeah. I want to anal that girl. But go on.
But anyway, so she met a fuck ton of dudes. A fuck ton is probably a lot because she was doing it part-time. I'd say she probably met in the ballpark of like 20 guys.
Cuddlers.
Potential cuddlers. And then she ended up actually cuddling 4 different people.
Yeah. 4 different people.
4 different people. So one of them was the older guy who she had a long-term, quote-unquote, relationship with. He had sugar babies in the past, and he saw escorts. So he's the guy that has ED, right? So, but he loved her so much,
Gotcha.
and he knew that she wasn't willing to do anything sexual. So he would book a sex worker for 2 hours before he was going to go see her, get off.
That's proactive. Man.
Exactly.
He's thinking ahead, 2-3 steps ahead, like I would. Yeah.
So he could, not act like an
animal. He get his release from somebody who's willing.
Yeah.
And then go see the other person because he liked her conversational skills.
Yeah, exactly.
And see, that I could make a joke, but it's not really a joke. That makes sense. But he's fully loaded, this guy, to be able to do that.
Well, he worked a lot.
Okay.
To maintain.
So when he played, he had like a demanding job.
He did, and he had a wife and 2 kids.
Oh.
But his kids were in their mid-20s.
Okay, that doesn't count. Anyways, we don't need to talk about the family stuff, but the bottom line is that this.
But I do want to touch on is that the wife knew he was doing this because she was like she hadn't touched his dick since she had kids.
Well, a lot of girls don't do that, but so she was okay with him cuddling?
So it's been 20 plus years.
Would she be okay with him fucking?
She didn't like it, but she knew that that's what the deal was.
Okay, now we're talking other stuff. That gets a little bit
but yeah,
off topic in a sense, because of course a lot of girls I have friends who they sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
They're there just because they're there. Convenience.
But that's kind of what ended up happening with a lot of the guys that she was meeting on these cuddling sites.
Understand, yeah.
They're married to somebody who, for whatever reason, doesn't want anything
unfortunate.
to do with
I get you. See, I look at this whole industry as having fun. Yeah. Even if you're married. Yeah. Like before, when I think that doesn't happen as much as it used to, like the girlfriends, the side stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what hurts the wives and stuff. Right. Now, if I go and bang some girl really quick for an hour, no harm, no foul.
I mean, I wouldn't say no harm, no foul, but
if nobody's gonna know, but I don't love her.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot less if she finds that out than I've been spending all this time
on a girlfriend,
and money on an actual girlfriend
that I like, or maybe even
that
start
I have
liking.
Feelings for.
You know what? Let's take a little commercial break on that, and we'll come back and finish off this interesting conversation. But I like it. But I just want to know if the cuddlers do anal.
We'll get there.
Ding ding.
Hey listeners, thank you for listening to us. This is Reimer and
Sabrina.
And if you like what you hear, please let us know by liking and subscribing to the podcast.
Reach out to us at blowhardtalkhard@gmail.com or through Instagram and Twitter, because you know we love hearing what you think and interacting with you. So, that's it for now.
Thank you, and until then, Reimer and
Sabrina.
We're out. Peace.
Perfect. Welcome back, listeners. Continuing cuddleup.com. I don't know what that means, but Sabrina's filled us in so far.
I'm here to explain it.
Very interesting. Let's get into it again, because I really want to get into the real shit here, man. Enough of this stuff.
So,
Enough of this lovey-dovey. Now I want to hear the real truth about this thing.
well, I mean, the point is that my girlfriend.
Am I doing that cop
not-
shit? Let's move it. Talk, woman.
Oh, Jesus.
Talk, woman.
Put the Billy Club away.
Talk.
So,
That was a joke, but go on.
So she ended up having like a pretty long relationship with the guy, the older guy who had ED that just wanted to cuddle.
Yes.
And then she met this other guy and was a little bit blown away by his story. Now, I think that story in and of itself could do a podcast. We can talk about him another day in terms of his backstory.
Yeah, we could back up onto the cuddling.
Yeah.
You back your ass into the guy when you're cuddling. So
Well, that's what they're hoping for.
back up, beep, 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 back up.
So she met this guy and was like, holy shit, for the first, like she'd met.
Which guy are we talking about? Now I'm confused. Not the guy with the ED.
Not the guy with the ED.
Another
now
guy.
We'll call him number 2.
No, we'll talk about that guy after, because that guy, I think you told me he's the crazy one. He had the crazy wife.
He had the crazy wife.
Yeah, that's a full detail. That's another story.
Okay, then we'll do that another time.
Yeah, because that story is pretty intense.
But the first guy, he would meet a lot of chicks through this cuddling website that were willing to be sugar babies, that were willing to do whatever he was looking for sexually for the right price.
What was the price? Okay, we don't want to talk numbers. Let them figure that out. I don't want to talk about money ever. Yeah.
But I do know, what I will say, in lieu of not wanting to talk about money, she did tell me that she met one guy, went for a walk with him, did the $50, did the coffee.
Yeah.
He pretty much didn't even say hi. He just looks at her and goes, "Oh my God,
you
are
this guy.
so fucking hot.
I want to pay you now. Fuck you now."
And
I like that guy.
And he again was like, I've got my own circumstances. I've got like a family and stuff, so I don't want to fuck you.
But he put the money down.
But I want to give you $800 to suck my dick with a condom on.
What a loser.
She didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
Oh, that's up to her.
Because she's like, that's not.
Was it the way he asked? The way he was telling her? Was he he was being very
See, the thing is,
I want to do it now.
I think that if he was less creepy, she
I
wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done. All kidding aside, I wouldn't have asked like that either.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a way that you can't be like that. Like, I remember this one girl told me this story. He was banging her in the room, and then he goes, "I'm gonna put it in your ass." She goes, "I don't do that." You know what he said to her?
What?
He goes, "What kind of whore doesn't take it in the ass?" You know how mad she got?
Oh my God.
She told me this after. I'm like, what a fucking loser. She goes, those words, I go, what? He goes, what kind of a hooker or a whore doesn't take it in the ass?
Jesus Christ.
And it was the worst and I was like, why would you say that, man? I go, you're a loser. So getting back to your cuddling, the approach of offering the money was probably terrible.
Yeah. So he was super creepy and super aggressive, and she felt unsafe and was also like,
because if she takes that money, he pretty much wins, because for him, money's probably not an object. And at the end, he's laughing in his head going, I got this dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which she's not dumb. She said, no, good for her, because maybe she needed the money. Who knows?
Right. Then she ended up meeting another guy who she had an extended relationship with. Ended up
no condom, blowjob.
Nope. They've never done that.
Oh, just lying, man. Say yeah.
Well, what I will tell you is that like they did some other shit. She never went down on him, but he certainly went down on her.
Ah, he was a giver.
Yeah.
He like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
he likes
exactly.
To give. He gave.
So he wanted to hang out, talk about his life,
And eat.
go down, have a
Eat.
snack,
Yeah.
make out, come in his pants,
Nice.
and then send her some money. But
Who was this?
she ended up telling him he's got her real name, her real number, and has been to her house. Like they're friends, they're close, they're
Good.
tight, and they, you know.
So when they hang out, like, so sometimes when I bang a little bit, you know, whatever, I like to order food. He doesn't order, right? He just eats downstairs.
Well, you know.
Good for him.
Sometimes he has a 2-course meal.
Nice. I had this guy goes, I only eat on top of the table, not underneath. You understand?
Oh my God.
I go, yeah, man, you're a good guy. You're a stud.
Yeah.
So this whole cuddle up thing, I think it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, what it is
It's another game. See, the reason I say it sounds cool because I'm bored.
Okay.
It sounds fun. Like at the end, I know you're gonna have to pay something. I really
Right.
don't want to cuddle, to be honest with you. I'm not a cuddler. I guess you could fucking.
You kind of give me that vibe.
Well, I don't mind. Yeah, fine. I'm a big panda bear.
Oh.
Not a teddy bear. The guy goes, "You're a grizzly bear." I go, no.
No,
Shut up.
no.
But anyways, yes, I like it because it's fun. It seems like you can have a good time doing it.
Well, that's kind of the idea, right? And everybody that's on there.
Doesn't seem like that's the idea when a guy's demanding $800 for blowjobs.
But that's one guy out of 20,
okay,
right?
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, I
If
do
somebody's
know.
a creep, then that's the whole
There's
reason why
creeps
she would
everywhere.
do
We
that.
got two right beside us.
There
Yes.
we go.
Reimer just walked in, everybody. Walked in 4 hours late, but go on.
I happen to like that creep. But yeah, so the whole idea is that the women that are on this site and the men that are on this site, now I'm sure that there is some crossover there. There is some like women looking for women, men looking for men. I'm sure that there is a gray area on that. But to simplify it, the men that are looking for cuddlers and the women that are looking to make money are all looking for different things and are willing to do different things across the spectrum. So it's a matter of finding somebody whose
That's the game.
wallet and
That's the fun
willingness
part I was saying.
match
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, the game. That's the game.
Yeah.
And hey, if you're bored, so that's a good way to play. Something to
Exactly.
do, right? You might find a nice girl. So what? You spend. Yeah, these guys have money. So when you have money, you do what you want.
That's the point.
My mother says, she's 78 now. Cash is king with her Greek accent. Cash is king. You got money, you're okay. You got no money, forget it.
Exactly. And
So,
that's kind of what
I should tell her I'm going to go, I got some money, I'm going to go to cuddle.com, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyways, I'm literally going to message them. I said it already 3 times.
Perfect.
Anyways, okay.
I'd like a little.
Is she still doing it as we speak?
No. What ended up happening is she got out of it and then was gonna go back on, and then they wouldn't approve her photos unless it had her face in it. And she goes, "Well, I'm not doing that."
Oh,
Yeah.
because they want to make sure she's not a little girl.
Well, I mean, I think because there might have been complaints from the men on the website, or because they want to confirm that you're a real person.
Every person puts
and
their
not a
face, like
bot.
girls put their face on every profile?
Every girl has their own profile, and
She shows her face.
now they have to. Yeah.
A lot of girls do on those sugar baby sites, but a lot of them do have not. They
Yeah.
just put like their sexy legs or whatever.
Yeah.
But those are the ones you got to ask for pictures because I'm not going to go with some girl to cuddle if she looks uglier than me.
Well, that was the thing, right?
It's like, come on, let's get real here.
She had a lot of people turn down meeting up with her because she's like, I cannot send you a picture.
Yeah,
of my face."
I think then yeah, you do obviously you don't get as much attention if you have no pictures. So.
Yeah, so she was a little bit more particular, but there are a ton of girls on there that are
Yeah,
willing
there's perverts
to do
are all over those cities, so I'm sure she still did okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I like it. I'm gonna sign up tonight. I'm gonna text you later and tell you what I got.
I'm
'Cause
interested.
I can guarantee you, I'm gonna cuddle by next week's episode. I'm gonna tell you who I cuddled with.
Amazing. I want a screenshot of this profile ASAP.
No, oh, she's gonna take pictures with me in the bed. Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
Boy.
But if you want to cuddle with Julian, just look for him. Search Julian on cuddleup.com.
All right. Well,
I'm not gonna use my name.
well,
I thought
if
you were offering cuddling services.
Oh no.
if we have
I'm playing the game by their
listeners-
rules. I'm playing the game by the cuddling people's rules. I'm here to cuddle.
Yeah.
if we've got any listeners that want to cuddle,
Yes, give us a call. We don't have a number.
I'm into it.
Oh, there you go. Sabrina's gonna cuddle. Hey guys, I think that's a good deal.
Look, I don't want to.
We should go cuddle tonight, man. How much you want?
$800.
For
Yeah,
no,
for
800 's a
a
little
condom on blowjob, not with the boss, not with the boss.
bit. 800. That's a little bit steep.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask that of you.
No,
Or of me.
No. We won't even talk that. Let's just drop it. Change, stop it.
Well, we'll just ding ding on that one.
No, we'll ding ding. But next week, I promise you, I'm gonna look into it.
All right, fuck
And
yeah.
I'm gonna see what I'll get some info, and we'll update everybody on the strip clubs, how they're progressing,
I'm into it.
because we have, I told you, some guests that are managers. They're gonna bring the strippers with them.
Mm-hmm.
We got the kinky girl coming. She does. She's a mistress. Was that what they're called? Mistresses.
The
Dominatrix mistress. Sorry. And she's gonna tell us about supposedly stepping on guys' balls. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, whatever. To each his own. But they do like it.
I'm just.
I don't definitely have no idea how or why this that. But
I don't want to kink shame anybody. I just imagine that.
no,
if
I'm
I
not
was a dude, it
shaming.
would-
It's gonna be a great convo.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I'm not doing that. I just my ooh was more like I can't imagine.
Mine
that
too.
feeling
Yeah.
good.
That's the opposite of cuddling.
But again,
Totally
yeah,
opposite of
yeah,
cuddling.
the opposite of cuddling.
But anyways,
exactly.
you know what? We're gonna have her. I just throw out some little names for now. But other than that, I think today was another great day. Any plans? Nothing this week?
No, I've got to go back to work, and they are making me work almost every day
Okay,
a double.
You were just supposed to say no, not really. No
Well,
plans.
Great, no plans other than
Okay,
working a
'cause
ton.
it's like me telling you plans. I'm gonna sit here all day and describe my week. Nah.
Well, I'm glad you
Anyways.
don't care.
I know you have plans. I know. Okay. You know what? On that note, Julian and Sabrina,
We're out.
we are out. Talk later. Have a good week.
Coming up next on stage is Shaniqua. Oh, she's got her titties.